No, sir. I've quit drinking.
You've seen the error of your ways.
No, I just can't afford it.
That's cute. I remember when I had my first beer.
Yes, sweetheart, I have a rare condition which requires me to drink one of those every 15 minutes, please.
Yeah, well, give me a fucking drink. Move it, you little prick.
I'm sorry, Bruce. These boys get that syrup in them. They get a little antsy in their pantsy. They just can't keep them under control.
Cheers. Welcome back to Reels, Booze, and Bros, a.k.a. RB2. I'm your host, Jay. Got my Real Bro co-host here, Brian. Real Bro fan, Kev. Gentlemen, how we doing? Very good from our last podcast, which was opening of season 4. So we're now in season 4 here. We did like Hero Talk, top 5 MCU, top 5 superhero movies. We had a lot of us on there. Shane, Katie, Kev, Brian.
Yeah.
It was great. Yeah,
It was fun.
You were here too.
I think I was. I kind of remember. My chest hurt from the shit that Katie brought. So
Yeah, well, got a lot drunker than I expected.
yeah, oh yeah. We just next morning was rough at work.
Yeah.
I was like, oh god damn, here we go. But I powered through it. So it was nice little special to start season 4 off. Just some good talking, and now we're gonna go into actually a regular programming format for you. That's going on. So for tonight's podcast, we will be doing. Where is it? I hope you guys think it works. We talked about this before on a previous podcast with the superheroes. This is Batman, 1989. This is one of the most classic. It's like Superman, you got it, and then here's Batman. That I love this song, this like theme.
Yeah, this is like one of the most iconic themes for a superhero.
Yeah, because any of the other superheroes, like they, I guess they have something, but it doesn't stick.
Yeah, the only other one is, I guess you could kind of say, is the Avengers. The way they did it, it's throughout all the movies, so that kind of.
Yes,
It's the one from the Christopher Reeve Superman movies.
Yeah,
Not as good as this, but still relatable, like specifically to that.
Yeah, like you literally
But
know the moment it's playing.
This one is just iconic compared to.
Oh, this one's better too.
Yeah,
so.
well, yeah. Danny Elfman.
Isn't that what we said last week? It was like of all like the Batman themes, this is the iconic one basically.
Yes, yeah. Out of all of them, like because
This and then the animated show stole it. So
yeah, they did because it's so fucking good though. You have to continue going with it. So. Yeah, that's what we had for there, and what we're going to be going to talk about this time.
why do they have to break into the safe in their own factory? I just realized this now. Anyway.
Well, they're trying to stage.
Oh, right.
You know, like a robbery,
Insurance
scam, something. I can't remember exactly what they're staging, so I'm just like, okay, yeah, then go in there, break stuff. This is what happens next. All right, that's a good segue into the booze we got for tonight. Brian, let's talk about this one. God, I'm drinking it too. It's good. I'll say this first. It's good, and it hurts me that. Go ahead, Brian.
Well, this is actually from our buddy Shane and Heavy Reel Brewing. It's called Fruity Flakes, and it is a sour ale with raspberry and cherry. It's only 5% alcohol, but good God, does this go down super smooth and taste like there's no alcohol in it. I feel like this could get you in a lot of trouble. Like, this is a perfect, like, sit outside in the summer, maybe throw a little vodka in here, get a little crazy.
Yeah.
You know.
I'm pretty much done with mine, so like.
Yeah, I'm purposely not trying to drink it that fast.
Yeah.
But
I can't help it. This is one of the few that I actually. It tastes like
It tastes like pure sugar is what it tastes.
Yeah, it is. It'll,
yeah, that's what, like,
the
this is
diabetes.
definitely, this is definitely like a summer drink. For sure, like I said, sitting by the pool, be like, hey, look at this.
Yeah.
Want to spice it up? Throw a little vodka in there. You ain't gonna hurt anybody.
Yes, you will. You will. Yes. Yeah, not anybody but yourself.
You won't feel it though. So
No, exactly. Yeah. It was the sun.
Yeah, you wake up, you have like this like horrendous tan line going across because you fell asleep with the umbrella. Like,
it's good base. Good base.
So, Kev, your thoughts on the Fruity Flakes?
So again, it says it's a sour. I'm not getting. Are you getting the battery acid taste from it?
No.
I'm not, but it's definitely very, very sweet though. So I guess that's the compromise.
That's what's like.
Like your esophagus will be fine, but your kidneys won't be later.
No, because I can't deal with too much sweetness and it hurts. So I'm actually still getting the
Jay's like, either way, it's hurting. It doesn't matter.
It's actually
all I know is pain.
Easy, Batman.
That's like the emo Batman.
Yeah.
All right. So the beer is good. I like this. I recommend it. Yeah, I can only do one. So
Thanks, Shane. Good job.
yeah,
Where's this
yeah,
one
Shane.
from?
Heavy Reel from Seaside.
Heavy Reel.
Oh, Seaside. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, let me take another.
Even got the T-shirt on.
Oh yeah, yeah, it's a shirt he got. Oh, I love that.
G.I. Joe?
I've been wearing it.
G.I. Joe.
All right, let me just finish that sip. We'll go on to the background now. So background. Batman is a 1989 superhero film based on DC Comics character of the same name, obviously. Created by Bob Kane and Bill Finger, directed by Tim Burton. It is the first installment of Warner Bros.' initial Batman film series. The film was produced by John Peters, Peter Gruber, and stars Jack Nicholson, Michael Keaton, Kim Basinger, Robert Wool, Pat Hingle, Billy D. Williams, Michael Gough, and Jack Palance. The film takes primarily in the title character's war on crime and depicts his conflict with his archenemy, the Joker. All right. After Burton was hired as director in 1986, Stephen Englehart and Julie Hickerson wrote film treatments before Sam Hamm wrote the first screenplay. Batman was not greenlit until after the success of Burton's Beetlejuice, 1988. The tone and themes of the film were partly influenced by Alan Moore and Brian Boland's The Killing Joke and Frank Miller's The Dark Knight Returns. Film primarily adapts and diverts from the Red Hood origin story for the Joker, having Batman inadvertently cause gangster Jack Napier to fall into Axis chemical acid, triggering his transformation into a psychotic Joker. Additionally, Batman creator Bob Kane worked as a consultant for the film. And hold on, we got one more. Take a deep breath. All right, so numerous A-list actors were considered for the role of Batman before Keaton was cast. Keaton's casting was controversial since by 1988 he had become typecast as a comedic actor. Can you believe that? A comedic actor. He was, but like...
Mr. Mom. Great movie. You fed the baby chili?
And many observers doubted he could portray a serious role. Nicholson accepted the role of the Joker under strict conditions that dictated top billing, a portion of the film's earnings, including associated merchandise and his own shooting schedule. The little BTS on that going on. This motherfucker knew.
He was ahead of his time.
Oh yeah, he knew it was gonna be gold and stuff like that. So, all right, that's it for background. There's a little bit more, but I felt like it felt more into the BTS stuff that's going on here. So, Metacritic, IMDb, Rotten Tomatoes. All right, here we go. Rotten Tomatoes, 73% tomato meter, 84% audience score. IMDb, 7.5 out of 10. Metacritic, the meta score of 69 out of 100, which is the critics. User score, 8.1 out of 10. So, all right. Go on without me.
Go on, do it.
Go on. I'm like fucking Billy on that thing. It's just the battery acid coming up.
Jesus. 5 minutes in, the guy's dying already.
All right. So yeah, your guys' thoughts. Yeah, on your reviews on this. What do you think, Brian?
For me, so since we brought this up on the last podcast, like this brings me back obviously to our childhood. This brings me back to a great time with our dad.
Drive-in
movie theater in Hazlitt. One it's still I'll never forget. It was the first time we ever went to a drive-in movie theater. It's probably one of the last
the
times.
first and last.
I think I was. I think I went one more time after that. But still, obviously, there's not really many or any drive-in movie theaters around anymore. But that was just a cool experience to have as a kid, you know, with your brothers and your father. As much as like, you know, growing up, like Superman and Batman were like the two most iconic superheroes. I think I relate more to the Batman movie just because this was when we were growing up. Superman already came out before we were born, basically. So we saw it. We obviously knew the Christopher Reeve story, but this was a little bit more. I felt like this is one of also like the first movies, I guess, because I was like 7, that like you could remember like a buildup of like, oh, this movie's coming out in the summer, and like remember seeing like previews for it like when we were little.
Yes, the trailers popping up there.
Like yeah, and Dad would be like, oh, we're gonna go see that. We're gonna go see that, and we'd be like, oh, you know, still 3 months down the line.
And I was like, when is it coming out?
Yeah.
Well,
But
I need to see it again.
yeah.
How's the soup?
But everything about this movie is still really good, and I feel like it holds up really well for the most part. And to be honest with you, it kind of gives you like a blueprint of like how superhero movies are still kind of done to this day. Sort of, you know, like introducing the character, you get the backstory.
Yep.
There's obviously a love interest somewhere. What happened for him to get to this point, and then you find the villain and all that stuff, and then, you know.
That's the heat kicking in. Fucking-
Villain is winning for a while, and then
Yeah.
you get the dramatic comeback, and
Yeah, I feel like this is more of a. If it doesn't feel like more of a Joker movie than is an actual like.
Yeah.
Batman
I got
movie.
that more watching it. Too.
Yeah, more now. Like when we
watching
were
it,
younger, it was
yeah,
like,
you-
oh, it's Batman.
Batman.
But like this is more a Jack Nicholson movie, and that's why Jack Nicholson movie. Like you could see, like why he wanted top billing.
Yeah. Good. He was
Even
great.
when it gets to quotes, I was like I had to stop because like out of the 8 or 9 quotes that I wrote down, I think 7 of them were from the Joker.
Oh, yeah.
Because everything was him, and he just had the more.
Yeah, he had,
iconic
Yeah,
scenes.
more screen time.
Yeah.
He had the more lines, and he had the better dialogue.
Yeah, he carried the movie.
Yep. Yeah, without him, this movie would be again. But though Michael Keaton did very well, Jack Nicholson is definitely the star of this movie.
Oh, without a doubt.
Cav, your thoughts on this?
So I like this movie. I do.
I wish we were going to go
I
with
feel
that.
yeah.
You're like,
I'm trying to be nice. It's
No,
I
tear
like
it
it.
apart, tear it apart.
If we're gonna do like a rating, I'd go like probably like 7.5 or 8. And the only reason why I'm going that low is because I just feel like I don't know how well the movie is aged. Just one thing what Brian said. I was like, I feel like a lot of it's kind of like campy and weird at times also.
Yeah.
But
So I mean, I still liked. It's the first time I've seen it in a while, and I was enjoying it. It's good to see there are parts of the movie I've forgotten about. Also, I forgot the entire the makeup part of it. The actual chemical compound.
Yes,
mixing
him,
thing. I forgot
yeah.
that whole like plot line basically.
Yeah, him like trying to kill everybody.
But I feel like
mess around.
just because there's just a glut of like superhero and Batman movies that have come out more recently, like all of the Christopher Nolan movies are still. I know this is like the original, but they're all so much better. So it kind of diminishes this a little bit for me. So I'm not saying it's bad, but
I could agree with that, yeah.
aged as well as you've said, but
yeah, I can agree. I can understand that's there. But
I'm just saying
it's
that
just-
maybe not like the.
and how many
the
tube
lines and
TVs is the Joker going to break? What are we doing here?
I'm just saying more like not. I guess the general storytelling of the movie, not the story so much itself. Because, like I said, like it kind of gives you a rundown of like how you still make superhero movies to this day.
Yeah, I get the blueprint is what you're
Yeah,
saying, basically,
yeah.
for how you would outline like introduction stories for a lot of these people. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, as we go later on the newer movies, it's more since stories are fleshed out more. Even like the background characters. When we look at some of the fight scenes here going on, it's just they upgraded. Plain and simple. This was the Betamax, and now we're like
That's one of the things I was going to bring up later on when we're talking about the movie. Like the action sequences are not anywhere near what you would see today.
No.
It's one guy doing random flips, and then Batman just goes, eh.
Yeah, stuff like that. Yeah, there's one or two like fight scenes. What I always I couldn't stop laughing. I'm like, what the fuck is Batman doing? He would always take like his arms up.
Oh, at the very beginning.
Yeah, at the beginning, in a couple of scenes, he just have his wings as he's walking like this. So I'm like, he's going like donning like Dracula with his cape and just dropping it down. I'm like, why the fuck is he doing that? First of all, you see a guy dressed
Striking
all in
fear in
black.
the hearts of the.
I know, but you look so stupid doing it. But I like it.
Is he doing the Karate Kid?
It kind of reminds me of when we went years ago. My Katie and I, right when we were dating, she's like, "Let's go do a ghost tour," and so that the guy who led the ghost tour held up like a stick and like a light, and he'd walk around just like that, as has what I remember doing. I'm like, that guy reminds me of Batman with the capes, but he doesn't have a cape on. He's just like, "Ooh," that's like a Batman, like, "Ooh, I'm Batman," like with the art. But anyway.
Maybe he was Larry David. He's bringing capes back. That's all.
So that's what I thought. Again, I agree with Brian. The drive-in theater, like what an experience to do. The trailer's coming up to it. Seeing the Batmobile, I love this Batmobile. I stated in the last podcast where one of the recent comic books where the Batman had all the Batmobiles to include the latest ones. Even with the Batman that just came out, Rob Pattinson's, they all there. He went straight for this Batmobile and he's with Joker. I want to say, if I remember the panel on it, and they go, "Why do you choose this one?" He's like, "This is my favorite." So like I love that. So it was good.
Best Batmobile in any of the Batman.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think this is the best.
I agree. The Bat plane is terrible though.
Yeah.
Gets shot down with the Joker's gun.
Yeah, with that, it's like a bazooka like caliber, like not even a 50 cal. It's just, like I don't know how
It somehow has the ability.
Come on, you son of a bitch.
It has the ability to crash land at 5 miles an hour though. So that's a plus,
yeah,
I guess.
like Joker's shooting a plane. He's able to shoot it down with that long
the
six shooter.
the extended barrel.
Yeah, the extended barrel on the six shooter. But Batman has homing technology, but
Yeah, can't hit him.
He can't hit shit, so he misses everything. Hits all the other guys that's going on.
Even though the target is perfectly lit up on him.
Yeah. You know what? It reminded me of Star Wars.
I was gonna say Luke Skywalker would be ashamed.
Yeah.
What a pathetic display.
Well, no, that's why Luke didn't use it. He's like,
Oh, there you go. He doesn't need the GPS.
Yeah, he's like, he used the Force. Said, "Fuck this."
Batman was a stormtrooper, fucking missing everything.
Hey,
over there.
exactly. He can hit the bad guys, but not the actual villain that's going on. But again, it was exceptional. I enjoyed it. I forgot as I'm watching this again, I felt like a kid again. I enjoyed it. A lot of it was stupid, but I can get past that. The Prince music was so, though I did enjoy the museum Prince music. No, I actually did enjoy the one where he's coming out on the 200th birthday thing. And
Yeah, the parade, right?
The parade one.
Yeah.
So, but he did some other ones, but those two they were still good. And it was just kind of stupid with the henchmen kind of going on. They kind of they're stupid dancing. They suck, the henchmen. So that's what I didn't like about them a lot. But
I don't know what they were supposed to be back in 1989, but it's okay.
Yeah, whatever. So we're moving on. Let's go on to our favorite scenes going up there. So what you got, Kev? You want to start with this?
Yeah, sure.
Your
So
favorite?
one of the first things I have written down is literally the first 2 minutes, just when the Batman theme is playing. There's not really anything going on. It's giving you, the names of all the actors and
Yes.
the people who worked on the film, but the music's going, so we're off doing. Yep, there you go.
That was a little loud. So
Just jumps right in. I feel like Tim Burton does that in all of his films too, right? Because how Beetlejuice starts, how. Anyway, like Edward, all of his movies basically have like the big musical interludes to start, basically. I guess.
I'm glad they got rid of that, doing that stuff, because I just want get to the fucking movie. I don't care. I'll read the end. I know who's the actor, who's the actress.
Oh, the best one for that, I think I've talked about before, is Die Hard 3, because they start with Summer in the City, but then the explosion happens, it just stops. That's the only thing they do is they just say it's Die Hard, and then everything else cuts out. So,
That's why I never liked the.
but no, for
Bond
this one I do
movies.
like it just because it's the iconic Batman theme. So,
Yep.
so I had that as the first thing I have. I'll go with the the Axis chemical raid. So that's what we just had on before. Also, when the Joker becomes the Joker.
Yeah,
it's probably the most action you get, probably, except for the car going into the Axis chemical plant later and dropping the bomb in there.
Yes.
Also, because a lot of the rest of the film is just basically when you see the Joker, it's just him doing whatever the fuck he wants, because Batman's not really doing anything until the end. Like the art museum, like you brought up, it's just them trashing stuff. But that's he's fighting the henchmen there. The cops show up and they're doing stuff also. So it's interesting. Anyway, from there, it was just on also, because we have the movie on in the background as usual.
Oh, yeah.
So it's only like maybe 60 seconds, but the first scene where they take the bandages off of Jack's face
I
and
love
becomes
that.
the Joker.
Yep.
Mirror.
And then what I enjoy is him shaking tonight, because I guess the craziness has hit him, and then he starts doing his laugh. You're like, oh my god, is that the Joker laugh? But I guess he looks so funny going up the stairs, like.
I just love the cutaway when he's like, look at the tools they give me to work with, and it's just like random barbed things. And it's like, are you a doctor? Do you not have actual instruments? I'm very confused.
And you have a clean white coat, doctor coat, but yet you have these shitty tools. Like you don't take care of these.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
That's probably why he was shaking and yelling the whole time. Whatever pain medication had wore off instantly. What a shitty health plan the crime syndicate has, I guess. This is the best we can do.
Yeah, I guess they can't afford real doctors. They can afford all the other stuff.
I'll go with. I'll just do two more because there's going to be overlap, I'm sure. So I'll do a scene that I forgot about also, the mob boss scene, which very reminiscent of the Dark Knight when they meet with the. I'm going to make the pencil disappear.
Yeah.
So he meets with all the different mob bosses and he does the electric buzzer.
Yeah.
Oh, we'll just shake on it.
Just shake out. I feel a
little hot under the collar. And then just for one more. Actually, let me do two more. I'm going to take both of the television sequences then. So I am going to do the news program and the Joker commercial. Love that Joker. With the whole thing where he's...
that Joker.
Chances are you already bought him. So I have that. And then also his TV segment where he announces that he's going to drop the $20 million when he's interrupting the speech.
Yes.
And he tells everyone that's what he's doing. He's like, I've taken off my makeup. He's like, how about Batman does the same? So I thought those are like nice little... There's not going to be a lot of scenes, I think, that are just going to be Batman standalone scenes. I had a couple, but I'd rather just talk about the Joker scenes because he's good.
Well, he is, like we said,
And like we said, it's more of a Joker movie than a Batman movie anyway.
Exactly.
Yeah, I like the Joker with his make, and that. Well, I guess not his makeup when he's wearing the white and the red lipstick. He looks a little scarier when he's with the
flesh color?
flesh color. Yeah, that's what I explained. I guess
It's amazing when The Dark Knight first came out, people originally, when they showed some of the promo material, they didn't like Heath Ledger's makeup because they said he wasn't like Joker enough. But because they associate a lot of makeup because of the old TV show, I can't remember that actor's name, and Jack Nicholson also. So people are like, oh, Heath Ledger kind of looks disheveled, but it works the best.
Yes.
After all was said and done. Well, people the same thing. People for Michael Keaton, they didn't think he could be a good Batman. People thought Heath Ledger wouldn't be a good Joker either, and they were wrong. So.
Yep. Oh, of course. All right, Brian, what you got?
So I'll add a couple more to those. Like I could agree pretty much with everything Kevin has. I will do the opening scene basically, but like more like the Batman reveal. When he's fighting.
He's fighting the two street thugs
when he's got his cape up in the air.
Yeah. I have that one as well.
Yeah, so I mean it was cool just to see like when you finally all that like build up suspense and then you just hear the iconic "I'm Batman."
Yes. Yeah.
So like that made that whole scene obviously. I will then go with the fundraiser at Wayne Manor. I like that because that's when you actually first really kind of get to meet Bruce and Michael Keaton.
Yep.
So
because I bought it.
yeah,
I was in Japan when I bought it.
yeah. So
Fuck you, Wayne.
so that was cool. Like his dynamic, and you get to see like his double life of what he leads. Then you get the Vicky Vale, who God is a smoke show this whole movie.
Hello, leg.
Yeah,
That's probably the only line I like out of that cock.
out of Knox.
Oh no, his next line is great too. We'll get there.
Such a piece of shit. Anyway.
Yeah, so seeing that dynamic between that, and then she's obviously like head over heels, fucking in love with him right off the bat. You're like, God damn it, this guy.
Yeah.
No, not fair. Let's see what else. You already did the Axis Chemical. We did the Joker reveal. You said the Joker commercial. Jay, you did mention it before, but the first time you do see the Batmobile, I think that was fucking awesome. Especially like when he's with
Stop.
Yep. When he's in front of Vicky Vale and she's just like, what? Yeah. So it just starts on its own and it's like funny how we can't do that now.
Shields. Yeah.
Yeah. It's 2023 and we can't do that. So
Yeah. You can't even use a.
Yeah.
You can use your phone to start the car, but you can't talk in the phone.
Yeah, yeah.
Can you? Is there an app? I don't know. I don't have that.
Might be able to get an extra coat of paint on your car if you have.
Yeah. We did mention it before, but the Joker at the museum. So I love that whole sequence with everything, like how he sets up the date with Vicky Vale to get her there. Then the whole Prince music, which was fucking iconic, and just him.
The guy on the fucking boot
Yeah.
box going, and spray paint.
That was so 80s with the giant
It
boom
reminded
box.
me of what was that movie? It was the dance movie.
Oh, Breaking.
Breaking.
Breaking 1, Breaking 2.
Yep, exactly. I'm like, this is Breaking.
Ozone and what's his name? Whatever. Either way, Turbo and Ozone were the two guys. Fucking don't get me started.
we talk about
We'll talk about dance movies later.
We talk about that real quick before I forget. Pat, your neighbor, do that. We talk about it all the time. He loves it. Anyway, go on.
It's awesome.
We watched the trailer 2 weeks ago. Actually, we brought it
Nice.
back up.
But yeah, like I said, the whole him dancing, and it just shows like what a fucking nut job he is. And Jack Nicholson was just fucking fantastic when he does the whole like ballerina thing.
Yeah.
And knocks it over. I kind of like this one.
But like how he could go from like the serious to the fucking nut job like in a fucking drop of a hat, which was awesome. So I thought that was really cool from him. And then I have one other scene that I like. I think it's cool just to, I guess it would be the date scene, but it's really more so much after you get to see the relationship between Bruce and Alfred and how much Alfred really cares for Bruce.
Oh, when they're doing the dinner scene in the
with
kitchen.
the dinner,
Yeah, when they started off in the one big ass room. She's like, I don't think I've ever been in this room.
Yeah.
You want to go somewhere else?
Yeah. So then I thought it was cool. Then you get to see how like Alfred really kind of is like a father to him, and just wants the best for him. So
Yeah.
It was nice, that nice dynamic that you get to see. So, and that's what I have. Oh, and then obviously we'll go to the final battle, but you could break that up into like fucking 3 different things.
Yeah,
Yep.
the parade and then the cathedral, I guess.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah, the church
Yeah.
scene.
So I guess we'll talk about that. So
Yeah, I went from church scene for them entering, and then to the end of where he's dead. Spoiler alert: Joker is dead. And he's laughing with the bag in there. So I got pretty much everything there. The one thing that's different, I actually got two things that are different. I have Bruce Wayne paying respects to his family like the FF crew does. The Fast and Furious drops off the roses from mom and dad. Family. Always got to think about family. Oh my God, look at this. It's on. This is great.
Family, my familia.
Yeah. All of you that are listening to us out there, we got it on in the background, as Kev said before, and it's up to the scene where he just drops the roses in the alleyway where his parents were murdered, and he now became Batman. So I have that one. For some reason, I thought of, literally after we started doing it, I think of Vin Diesel and just family. It's somehow that's going to be like a new category probably. And then I actually like when he takes Vicky Vale back to the Batcave to give her the info. It's not just that; it's just like the entire. You see the cool Batmobile, more of it, the inside, and then you get into the Batcave, and he's like, he's about to turn the lights. He's like, watch your step, and then she almost falls into like an abyss, and then you just see it's literally a literal cave, and there's just like steel all around, holding up steel. Like guardrails, handrails, steel platforms, and just into the cave, and then there's technology.
He was into handicap accessible before it was mandatory.
So it was. That's how the Batcave should be. Because I never liked the way how Christopher Nolan's Batcave was. I didn't feel like an actual cave, even though you see him go down and do this stuff.
You didn't build your house on top of expansive, sprawling caves everywhere. Is that what you did?
Spelunking.
So I didn't like that, and even in the new one, I didn't like what he has either. So maybe they might change that. But it's just, that's when I picture a Batcave. This is what it is. Like different levels. It's like, Anyway, I digress. So I loved it.
I had one more scene, the one that's actually on right now also. Just this, I didn't know if someone's going to talk about it, but he's cut out. Just this is the first introduction for the Joker to the actual public, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah, he killed
So this is
All
the
right,
pen.
yeah.
The pen is truly mightier than the sword.
All right, so I want to also understand, like in this scene right here, how no cop does anything.
Oh,
when
yeah.
He just literally kills the guy right in front of him. And they're right there. No one does anything. And all of a sudden, they let his guys just start shooting up.
everywhere.
And the cops then go, like right off the bat.
Yeah, I think it's the they're shocked because they're like, holy shit, someone murdered someone right with a pen.
Oh, we're not going to do anything.
They could also be bought. Well, a lot of them are bought by
The one
Chisholm's?
guy, Eckert, was the Eckhart, whatever. He was the cop, yeah.
Yeah.
But bought by the boss name I don't remember.
Chisholm.
Chisholm?
Yeah, I think it was Chisholm.
Oh, Grissom.
Grissom. That's it. Whatever. So that's probably why they're on the corrupt and still trying to figure out what's going on. And that was a fantastic throw, right in the jugular. Dude, you got shot with a pen.
So look, there's a cop
in the
behind him
jugular.
right now. And he's like looking around, like, what just happened?
What am I supposed to do?
Yeah, he's actually.
I don't know what to do with my hands.
All right, so moving on. Let's go to some favorite quotes going on here. Brian, yes, definitely get me another beer, since Brian's going to the beer fridge. This one, Fruity Flakes was very good.
I'll take whatever.
I'm still burping it up off mic, but you may hear it in the background because it hurts. But it's so good. Thank you, Shane, for bringing this to us. I'll definitely take another one of these another time. Thank you. Ooh, Sneak Box from Kane. That's a good one. All right, back on target. Favorite quotes. Who wants to start this one here?
Love that Joker.
I like that. Obviously, we're going to say Joker has the most. So, Brian, you want to go run through all yours, and we're just going to fill in what we miss and what we basically like on ours?
Yeah, sure.
Well, we have the two iconic
I do.
ones.
I have a couple non-Joker ones, so I can always add to whatever you have anyway.
So we have the two. Let's just go straight off the bat. The two. I'll say these are two iconic coming from this movie. I'm Batman, and have you ever danced with the devil in the pale moonlight?
Yep.
So, those are just with that. So that's my part. I added. So you guys can add this. No, I do have some over there.
So then I do my other Joker ones, and then I think the one Alfred one I got. Joker, never rub another man's rhubarb. Can somebody tell me what kind of a world we live in where a man dressed up as a bat gets all of my press? This town needs an enema. Haven't you heard of the healing power of laughter? Love that Joker. And then I have no wish to fill my few remaining years grieving for the loss of old friends or their sons. Alfred.
Yes, we're talking about Batman.
Recurring. I had that also, but recurring Alfred theme from the last Christopher Nolan movie also. I just want to see you somewhere.
Well, he says it. He says it in the same thing. It's same. The Alfred character, though he's made like person's playing him changed, but it's always been the same motif.
Yeah.
Motif.
Same theme that carries over. Into
Yep.
things, yeah.
So thank you. I knew I was right, but I haven't used that word in quite some time. So I just wanted to make sure we
A
got.
motif is a recurring theme that occurs throughout individual or multiple works.
Thank you. Fuck yeah. I'm done for the year. So I was intelligent when I get here. So
It's all downhill once you finish that next beer.
oh, my chest still hurts. I lost train of thought. So whatever. Let's continue. Continue on with the next quotes. What do you got, Brian? You done?
No, I'm done. Yeah, because
Okay.
then I like I said, I had to stop from doing Joker quotes.
Okay, so let's go. Go ahead there, Kev.
All right, so I have when Knox is first talking to the police officer Eckert or whatever his name was at the beginning. He's like, "I say you're full of shit, Knox. You can quote me on that." And his response is, "Lieutenant, is there a 6-foot bat in Gotham? And if so, is he on the police payroll? And if so, what's he pulling down after taxes?"
Yeah,
So I did say he had one good quote. That's not even the one I was saying. After he makes the legs quote when he's sitting there, and she's like, "Oh, you're the photographer from Vogue." He says, "If you want me to pose nude, you're going to need a long lens."
Yeah.
Great line. Never caught that line as a kid. But
No,
as much
never
now, I was
did.
like, "Oh, I get the joke now."
Long lens, huh?
Well, then he also has the other one in there, like where he's like, I don't seem to be on the guest list for the and she's like, I got 2 passes. He's like, buy me dinner. She's like, he's like, buy me lunch. She's like, no. He's like, I'm cheap. It's okay.
I have Joker saying it to Bob after it was said to him from Jack earlier. Not Jack. What was the other guy's name? Chisholm or Jism? I don't know what the fuck his
Grissom.
name is, whatever.
Grissom.
Anyway, you
Jism.
are my number one guy.
Yeah.
Whatever. I give up. I don't know what his name is.
Jism.
Jack Palance, that guy.
You know, the guy who played Curly.
Yeah. Said he's-
Yes. Oh yes. Oh shit.
It's Japanese. How do you know? Because I bought it in Japan. Let's see. I mean, Brian already took the Joker quote, so I got the short end of the stick here. But he also have, wait till they get a load of me. So when he first does his also.
I got
going
one.
over,
I got one Joker quote on that. You got Brian probably has in his list.
Pen is mightier than sword. This town needs an enema. Oh, here's the Batman one. How much do you weigh? About 108 pounds. You weigh a little more than 108.
Yeah.
Oh, really? So just the last one, the 2 other Joker lines from the art museum, and then also from the parade, which I think are also 2 iconic lines from the movie. Also, where does he get those wonderful toys?
Yeah.
Yep.
And then also,
I have it.
my balloons. Those are my balloons.
Yeah.
He stole my balloons.
Yeah, I like that. So as for me, the one Joker.
Then he
quote-
kills his.
Yeah, then he finally
Bob, gun.
kills Bob.
Gonna need a middle alone, boys.
I have as though we were made for each other. Beauty and the Beast. Of course, if anyone else calls you Beast, I'll rip their lungs out.
Yeah.
It just reminded me. I was like, that's me and my daughter. Yeah. But obviously, I'm the Beast. So that's what I have from my favorite quotes. Yeah, like pretty much everything going on. And again, Joker, main star, carried the movie, has the best lines. But though Batman has the most, like him and they both have an iconic line going on here forward from here. All right, so let's take a break, and we'll finish up the rest of this podcast. We'll be right back. Now, you fellas have said some pretty mean things, some of which were true under that fiend, boss, Grissom. He was a thief and a terrorist. On the other hand, he had a tremendous singing voice. He's dead now, and he's left me in charge. Now, I can be theatrical and maybe even a little rough, but one thing I am not is a killer. I am an artist, and I love a good party. So truce. Commence our festival, and I've got a surprise for Gotham City. At midnight, I will dump $20 million in cash on the crowd. Don't worry about me. I've got enough. And we are back at
And
Real
now
Blues
comes
Bros.
the part where I relieve you, the little people, of the burden of your failed and useless lives.
Well, it goes on for that. Let's say the mayor goes, we're not prepared for the. You heard it, folks. 20 million, and there will be entertainment. The big Duke Carew with me in one corner, and in the other corner, the man who has brought real terror to Gotham City, Batman. Can you hear me? Just the 2 of us, you and me, mano y mano. I've taken off my makeup. Now let's see if you take off yours. All right, Reels, Booze, and Bros, aka RB2. We are now back and finish up the rest of this podcast. Nice little good Joker, little monologue going on there. All right, so let's move on. Movie awards, best quote. It's the most two iconic ones. It's very hard to choose from this. And I'm just gonna go with I'm Batman because I like the story of Michael Keaton. He was in the latest, the third reboot of Spider-Man with Tom Holland, and there behind the scenes when he was fighting Tom Holland as the Vulture, he's the bad guy Vulture. There, he would always say, "I'm Batman, I'm Batman," to him. And then he also used it in a commencement speech. He goes, "Let me leave you with 2 words." At the end, and just goes, "I'm Batman." You know,
Shouldn't you said that at the begging of the speech? The whole time they're like, "Who is this guy?" I wish you would tell me what his name is.
so that's what I went with. I say you can't go wrong with any other one. Is there something you want to throw out of left field? I think Kev sometimes.
I mean, I literally have. We talked about before, but the 2 most quotable or most iconic quotes in the movie. I literally have you ever danced with the devil in the pale moonlight?
Yeah,
as the best quote from the.
So I'm gonna if we're not going with one of those 2, my other 2 choices are never rub another man's rhubarb or love that Joker.
What do you? I know Shane is for very random ones here. Which one do you think he would probably throw? Probably the rhubarb one.
Probably.
Or
I could see him going rhubarb.
yeah. Okay.
Either that or this town needs an enema. Could be that one also.
No.
Probably. I think so. All right. Randy Watson Award, best character. What do you guys think? Well, we obviously know the Joker is the star of this movie. He holds up.
So,
Batman's great.
That's who I have as my answer, and I know we're not supposed to pick main or big characters, but
All right.
he really overshadows the
Okay.
whole film. It's
Yeah.
hard to think of a
So-
secondary character
so, all
because
right.
they all suck.
I got this.
If not, I'm going Lando Calrissian.
Billy D. Williams.
He was pretty bad though.
Hey.
He was pretty bad.
All he did was smoke and just say, "Not now."
Good for
on
him.
the phone or something like that. He's smoking that big cigar. All right,
Listen, he's going to eventually turn into Two-Face. He's got it rough. Leave him alone.
he was supposed to, but he didn't
Nah,
make
he
it.
didn't-
Tommy Lee Jones can turn into Two-Face. So
Oh, was he supposed to be?
Yeah,
Yeah,
he signed the contract for
Oh,
it.
wow.
Yeah.
he signed for.
He's
2
in
months.
1 and 2.
So,
He's in a second one, Batman Returns.
But
Billy D.
yeah, but then
As Harvey Dent.
Yeah.
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 yeah, they turned Tommy Lee into it. I forgot what his character was. There was he another gangster? They threw acid on him out there.
I don't remember
On
the
the
Tommy
stand?
Lee one.
Yeah.
Something I
Something
don't
like
know.
that. Okay, so all right. Anyway, back to it. Randy Watson. Hear me out. Batmobile.
All right, that'll do.
Yep. Okay. Right. Batmobile.
Can I
look
give-
at this? Look how fucking cool this thing is.
Can I give it to the long-barreled gun?
Yeah, that had the least amount of screen time in there, and it did the
suit
biggest.
of armor,
It had the
he
biggest
bought in
impact.
Japan?
No, the Batmobile, because this is like since the Batmobile became so popular, and remember, like from here on out,
Yeah.
they're like the new Batmobile, and they're like they'll show like little screenshots of it.
It was
small,
just as
like-
important as who was going to be Batman as to what the Batmobile looked
Yes.
like.
So
for
like
the
this
movie.
takes on this is a character of its own.
Yeah.
And this is the best Batmobile. So
All right, that's a good one. I
Yeah.
can't top that.
yeah, right? Okay. I thought so. Yes, Batmobile. It's fucking fantastic. All right. Adrian Balboa. I obviously I couldn't guess who I fucking hated from this. Then all right, before we go on, see this scene right here? Where he shoots the Batmobile. Batman shoots the
Web slinger at the pole.
Yeah, the web slinger at the pole. I can't think of the fucking grappling hook.
yeah.
There we go. Web slinger at the pole. And because he can't take the turn too quick. Just remember that scene. We'll come back to it later. All right. So, Adrian Balboa. What do you guys think?
I have a tie.
You have a tie?
So I know where you're going. That's one of my ties. I have Knox as one.
Yeah. Fuck.
Yeah.
And honestly, I'm probably going to get yelled at. I have Vicky Vale as the other. I don't like her at all.
Oh wow.
Yeah. She's annoying.
I don't care that she's hot. I think she's annoying.
Yeah, her hotness
and
makes
she's-
up for a lot,
I think
though.
she's kind of a downer.
Yeah, without a doubt. She's definitely a better than like a Lois Lane.
Yeah, she's better than Lois Lane,
Yeah.
but
But not by much.
no,
Well,
whatever. She never claimed to be smart like fucking Lois Lane and
Yeah.
try to solve everything.
I'll take Maggie Gyllenhaal instead.
Oh no.
oh, you
way.
sure?
No,
No
I don't
way.
like Vicky Vale at all.
No, I
No.
no.
But all right, so
Where's Rachel? Where's Vicky?
I had Knox was my original thought, but I'm like he's more comedic relief, so I'm like, all right, I could live with him.
Yeah, but it's shitty comedy. So
Yeah, whatever. I hate the fat fuck
the fat guy,
Eckhart.
the
the cop?
lieutenant. Yeah.
Yeah.
but he gets killed in the beginning.
I know,
so,
but
like,
I hate him though.
just-
He was the worst one, and his voice, and he was like, "Ugh." Shut up. Like, it's just
He's a
fucking
great
finished.
he's a great predecessor for the fat cop in the Christopher Nolan ones. Also.
Yeah, it's like he just finished eating fucking 6 hot dogs. And
It's basically what it is. He ate the hot dog and steals the fucking cash out of it.
When the Joker hands him the package of money, he probably thinks it's fast food.
Yeah, probably.
Oh, it's money? God damn it.
Oh,
can you make it any more obvious?
yeah. Can you get a tie that fucking fits you? He's perpetually has acid reflux. That's why his voice is like that.
Oh, so when you're putting yourself in the movie, you're going to be the cop with acid reflux, right? There you
Nah.
go. You got it.
No, no, it's not me. The fat guy.
Fat guy
I
in a
didn't
little
say
coat.
fat. I just said the cop with acid reflux all the time.
Fat guy in a little coat.
But no, for me it's Knox. I can't fucking stand him.
Yeah, I'm
Him and his stupid face and his grins and his stupid lines and how dare you talk to Vicky Vale? Like for real. Like and then I would say the henchmen, like except for Bob. Bob was the best henchman. The rest of them all sucked. Yeah, I do hate Eckhart, but he died in the beginning, so which is great.
Yeah. I mean, I was happy he died, but it just, whatever.
It was fantastic.
Fuck that guy in particular.
Because I thought like you're like at that scene, you're like, oh shit, he's gonna shoot the commissioner again, and he's like, Eckhart,
Think about your future.
think about your future, you fat fuck. Pow. Yeah, it's what, this movie needed a couple more curse words. Then I think it'd be even better. And this fight scene where the guys, the sword master and there's Batman, it's just like he blocks it with his wrist, and then a couple blocks here and there, and he just kicks him at the end, and the fucking guys knock the fuck out.
Just got that. There's the little hand push, and then the boot to the face.
Yeah.
Great range on that kick to get that high.
It was like the Austin Powers judo chop.
Yep. It's basically judo chop Austin Powers. Okay. So that's what we got for the awards. Let's go. Did we do questions?
We didn't do
next?
best scene though.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yes. Where is it? All right, here we go. Best scene. I skipped over that because I'm looking at the further ahead. What do you think? Best scene going on here?
I'm going to
So
go museum.
I have two. I have
Yeah.
two that I kind of go between. So you have museum.
Yeah, I love
I have
museum.
either. I think I'm leaning the Axis chemical raid because when the Joker becomes the Joker, it's the most action you basically get in the film for the most part. I know that the driving scene's going on right now, but I don't care. The Batmobile's cool, but I don't care what else is going on. If it's not that, then I do have just the cathedral fight scene at the end. Although that fight sequence is very stupid, also. Like the one guy just jumps and falls through the floor immediately. All right,
Yeah.
well, I took care of that guy. He's good to go.
I know. That's what I had.
Yeah, the cathedral. But I said I'm leaning more the Axis chemical raid.
But mine was more with the Batman Joker fight because it's like
Just
not
that
really
fight
a
at the
fight,
end.
just them two fighting, and then you have
Yeah,
Batman
just talking things over.
Yeah, Batman repeating the line, "Have you ever danced with the devil in the pale moonlight?" And then like the Joker's like, he's like, they're going back to like you made me. He's like, no, you made me first, so then I made you.
He started it.
And then and then he goes, "Would you punch a guy with glasses?" And he fucking knocks the fuck out of it.
That's a great quote too. I forgot about that one.
I'm like, where did you get the glasses from? So and it was, and then you think he's, he killed him in a sense because like you don't really have Batman not killing anyone until actually Nolan's movies. He's like, that's his code. But like he obviously killed a lot of fucking guys in this movie with the not so accurate bat plane. Am I right? And then the Axis blowing it up with the fucking what is it, wheel what is it the
bombs
the
that come
bombs
out?
the wheel bombs, whatever they're called, the hubcap bombs, I guess. So he killed everyone in there. So obviously he's
But you don't physically see him killing people.
shut the fuck up. The off-screen deaths.
Those are henchmen. They don't count. They're like
They
red
can
shirts
come
in Star
back.
Trek.
Well, no, you don't see him like hand-to-hand combat deaths.
Oh, so it's like
sort of deal.
so it's like Robot Chicken, where like pretending like, oh, Darth Vader has the Force, and see Jerry over here, he's come back 20 times, like fucking 7 mustaches and a backwards hat. Yeah, okay, got it. Yeah, I like that scene because it was just interesting. They kind of go dolly back and forth, where it's like pretty serious, and then when he
Is that
dies,
their only
so-
real confrontation in the film?
Yeah, like face
well,
to face. Yes,
The other ones are like when he's
in the-
Bruce
he's in
Wayne,
the-
though.
yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
it.
Right, yeah,
Yeah,
okay.
when the Bruce Wayne and we says we chose to try to charge.
Come on, you want to get nuts?
Yeah, and
Let's get nuts.
he shoots him.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's what I got. All right,
That was his Beetlejuice speech,
Yeah.
basically.
now I
You're talking to a dead guy here.
all right, so we do BTS and then we do questions, right? Yeah, I think so. We do. Yep, exactly. We do. I wasn't sure. It's been a bit. All right, so that's what we got for the awards. We did a little BTS. I put a lot here going on because this is such a good and classic movie. All right, so behind the scenes BTS. Parallel to the Superman casting, a who's who of Hollywood's top stars were considered for the role of Batman, including, guys, what do you think?
I know one name that I thought would have been really good.
Yeah.
Well,
Pierce Brosnan.
ah,
He was one of the names that came up.
I
heard-
don't have it on here.
I know Mel Gibson was one of them.
Correct. So Mel Gibson was one. Kevin Costner.
Oh, I know a good one.
glad it
Charlie Sheen.
Bill Murray.
Yep. Bill Murray, Tom Selleck, Harrison Ford, and Dennis Quaid. Those
One
were
of the Ghostbusters. It was the person who was originally supposed to direct this before Burt. What's his name? Like Ivan Reitman, or the guy that did Ghostbusters. What was his name?
Ivan
Ivan
Reitman.
Reitman.
He was supposed to direct this. I think
he was supposed to
actually,
originally, but then he backed out. But he did Ghostbusters and Ghostbusters 2. So when he was in charge, he was the one that was pushing for Bill Murray. Apparently,
Yeah, I can't see that.
No. Bill Murray can't be like that. It would be horrible.
I could have seen Mel Gibson pulling it off.
if they tried
Yes.
doing a comic Batman like the '60s TV show, then
Yeah.
maybe Bill Murray, but not for
No,
Tim
not like a
Burton film
serious
that came
story.
out.
So, all right. So Burton was pressured by Warner Bros. To cast an obvious action movie star and had approached. Oh, sorry, Pierce Brosnan. There we go.
Yeah.
But he had no interest in playing a comic book character. Burton was originally interested in casting an unknown actor. Willem Dafoe was falsely reported to be considered for the Joker, but had actually been considered for Batman early in development.
Nah.
Producer John Peters suggested Michael Keaton, arguing he had the right edgy, tormented quality after seeing his dramatic performance in Clean and Sober. Having directed Keaton and Beetlejuice, Burton agreed.
As soon as I said that, I was like, "Oh, I just realized that he was in Beetlejuice."
Yeah.
So after
What was
we
that?
brought it
Was
up
that like a
before,
good movie he came out before? I don't know.
I don't know. We should do a podcast like that one as soon as we're done with Scream.
That's you cocksucker. I was about to say that too. I can't drink the beer. All right, Tim Curry. All right, here we Joker. Tim Curry, David Bowie, John Lithgow, Brad Dourif, Ray Liotta, and James Woods were considered for the Joker. James Woods. Ooh, another piece of candy. Lithgow, during his audition, attempted to talk Burton out of casting him, a decision he would later publicly regret, stating, "I didn't realize it was such a big deal." Burton wanted to cast John Glover, but the studio insisted on using a movie star. Robin Williams lobbied hard for the part. Jack Nicholson had been the studio's top choice since 1980. Peters approached Nicholson as far back as 86 during filming of The Witches of Eastwick. Unlike Keaton, he was a popular choice for his role. Jack Nicholson received a percentage of the gross on the film, and due to its massive box office take, he took home around $60 million.
I saw that.
When adjusting for inflation, this equals to roughly $143,359,355 in 2022.
Listen, Lakers season tickets are expensive. All that money's gone. Good investment, though.
That's exactly what. Yeah, hey, why not? Jack Nicholson said of his role, "The thing I like about the Joker is that his sense of humor is completely tasteless." He later said the Joker was one of his favorite roles he played. In order to combat negative rumors about the production, a theatrical trailer was hastily assembled to distribute to theaters. To test its effectiveness, Warner Bros. Executives showed it at a theater in Westwood, California, to an unsuspecting audience. The 90-second trailer received a standing ovation. Later, it would become a popular bootleg at comic book conventions. Yeah, they still have them around there. They just weren't as popular.
I'm just trying to say, like, how would someone get a bootleg copy of it? Do they bring in a fucking video camera?
like that fucking chess
fucking big
camera.
camera one, yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But back in it, like, if
The one where you put the giant VHS tapes in.
yeah, if it was an unsuspecting, like audience didn't know anything, like how?
No, because they
make
put it
sure.
in after. I don't know how they got to it, but I guess maybe the film that was popular. It doesn't say what
Three
film
kids in
they
a
pop-
trench coat, but the entire middle section was just the camera.
Maybe it was Top Gun. No, Top Gun came out before this. We'll just throw it out there. Okay, Michael Keaton came up with the famous "I am Batman" line. The line in the script was "I am the Knight." This later became part of the iconic line "I am vengeance, I am the Knight" in Batman the Animated Series, which was partially inspired by this movie and even used Danny Elfman's theme.
yeah.
There we go. So,
Great show, by the way.
oh, love that show. The
Why can't they bring that show back?
I would love it. The 2022 movie, The Batman, uses a twist on the same line, "I am the Shadows," and there are several references to Batman as vengeance. Okay. So, now, questions, gentlemen. Fans, bros, boozers. Can The Rock make this movie any better?
If you smell what the Rock
If not,
is cooking.
where should we put him in the movie? Brian, what you got? The Rock.
If anything, I could see him as being Bob, The top.
Yeah. No, I don't have him for Bob.
He's-
I think Kevin and I might be the same.
Well, I was going to say he can't be Bob because Bob would be running the show then because everyone look at The Rock is like, I think this guy should be in charge of all the decision making
Yeah.
probably. No, so I have him just as one of the mobsters basically at the table.
Oh, yeah.
So he can't be the guy that gets the quill in the neck because the Joker would just fucking bounce off the Rock's neck. Probably. That's not getting in there. So
Neck of steel.
So he's got to be the electrocuted guy. That's where I'm putting him.
You think so?
I don't want him to be in the movie a lot. It's got to be a quick role.
See, I had him as make him the dude at the end fighting Batman right before Joker.
Oh, the one that jumps through the floor.
No, the
one
The one that actually bashes him into the bell.
yeah, the bell and stuff.
who's
like
actually
that.
winning the fight?
Yeah, because
I mean, it would be funnier if The Rock was actually the guy that fell through the floor. He's going to do the people's elbow and just jumps, just goes
he comes
right
down.
through.
He goes like,
Look,
there.
The Rock was in
the
Batman
most
for 5 seconds.
electrifying move, and he goes straight down.
If you smell.
My God, he's broken in half.
That's better. That's it.
JR in the background. It's a good old slobber knocker.
With God as my witness, he's broken in half. He fell from the top of the steel cage.
Watch out! Watch out! Watch out! Right to the floor.
Just put a Spanish announce table
Yeah,
down
that was
there.
about to just say. They hit the Spanish announce table.
All right, you know what? That's a better idea than the monster. We'll go with that one. He can still. You know what? We can still make it your guy too, because doesn't he fall through the bell also? Like the hole where the bell is.
No,
Is that where he goes.
He the way how he
Yeah,
dies.
he hits him with the head on the belt.
he pushes Batman down through it, and he thinks he's dead, so he starts leaning over.
But does he-
Batman
then he
grabs
pulls
him
him
with a
through, doesn't
scissor
he?
kick with his legs and like pulls him down through and just falls out.
But he
Yeah,
like,
that's what I'm
hits his
saying.
head
That's what
on
I'm
the
saying.
belt,
Yeah, he
and
hits
then-
on the bell. And
That's what I'm saying. He
pushes him
still
down.
falls, so he can fall through and land on the Spanish announce table also.
So
There you
then,
go.
yes, Batman also killed that guy.
Just when he's getting up and then he fall. Oh no!
I don't know. He was probably okay.
He probably made it.
I don't know.
The table didn't, but
The Spanish announce table. I wish I had that as a fucking sound.
gotta look for it now.
Oh, it's like gonna be a new category to throw in there, like a new question.
Which character goes through the Spanish announce table in this movie?
I can't.
It can just be all Batman themed. The guy in The Dark Knight Rises that stays with the plane, he went through the Spanish announce table.
Why would you shoot someone?
They're gonna need one of us.
That guy
We're
too.
gonna throw him to the Spanish announce table.
Why would you shoot the man before throwing him through the Spanish announcer's table?
With the fucking Bane voice.
They expect one of us in the table, brother.
Fucking Christ.
Or it's Tom Hardy doing the backbreaker on Batman. And
Oh,
then he
yeah.
goes to the Spanish announce table.
He broke his Spanish announce.
My God, he's broken in half.
Yeah, instead of throwing him in the water, he just throws him on the table. And then you just see the broken bat helmet symbol.
Two Spanish guys are crawling away from the wreckage.
I'm fucking sweating. Like the fucking headset up on. Oh my God, this is the greatest. We're adding this. I gotta find sounds. I can't wait till this turns video one day.
Just make it broader than that, because we can throw more stuff in.
Oh, my
The
God.
general wrestling move of the movie. Where's the best wrestling WWE moment of the film?
So we're gonna have that and a Tokyo Drift. Oh, yeah.
Oh God, I gotta catch my breath. My fucking sides hurt. All right, so, I don't even know where we're at. Okay, so we're only on the second question. Should there be a sequel franchise TV series?
No, it would never work.
Spanish.
You know how many tables are gonna be?
The Spanish announcer's like, we fucking quit.
Listen, there was actually
I'd rather do manual labor.
that was actually part of Jack Nicholson's deal. Was they said he can have a gross percentage of the film, but he has to contribute tables to each future. Listen, those things get expensive in Buffalo. They ran out after playoff stretch. So
I am so fucking. I'm pulling my fucking pants. I'm sweating. I can't fucking. I'm laughing so hard. All right. So if you were to be in the movie, where would you put yourself in this movie? Someone else answer. I can't.
I know who I am. I'm the newscaster who hasn't shaved or showered in a week. That guy. The crisis goes on.
The fact
God damn it.
He hasn't done it in a week, and he has these like boils on his face.
Yeah.
I'm like, how shitty? How you not take care of your face?
You could still at least run yourself under the water every once in a while.
You
You
could
could
not
still,
water.
yeah.
You could. Is that a fucking buck? Is that a bug?
No, I don't.
I didn't see
It
anything.
came at me out
I
of
think you're
nowhere.
hallucinating.
Oh, yeah, I'm laughing too hard, so I don't know what the fuck's going on. It's a Spanish announce table coming.
No,
on.
seriously.
That's definitely me. I'm sitting here saying, you've got to be fucking kidding me.
All right, Brian, where'd you put yourself in this movie?
I think I'm losing money at the craps table first time there.
So you're a high roller making it to the.
I
Bruce
make it
Wayne's
in there,
party?
and I'm looking back, and I'm like, Jesus
How did
Christ,
you go?
I lost my fucking house.
How did you get on the
Yeah,
guest
how'd you
list?
get an invite? What the fuck is that? I'm the exact opposite. I'm someone on the streets grabbing the money while the Joker's gassing.
Actually,
He said free money.
yeah, that's actually where I am. Yeah, that's a good call. I'm the newscaster that left my job early to be at the parade. He said he's going to drop money.
Oh God! All right.
I'm one of the balloons.
Were you the baby one?
Maybe.
Those are fantastic props also.
Okay. So, all right, we get back on. So, would you like to have a beer with one of the characters? I said Bruce Wayne. He gave that tool bag Knox a grant. So without hesitating, he's like, Alfred, get Knox a grant. I'm getting something for fucking free. I might get the Japanese statue. So
How do you know it's Japanese?
he said he told me after I insulted all of his collection.
Where's the paperwork?
Yeah.
This fucking loser. The more they got, the less they're worth.
So that's what I'm saying. But I don't know how I can make the leap from being a scrub at getting the 20, getting probably $20 from there, and then before being at Bruce Wayne's
I think
party,
you can at least
free
get.
shit.
I think you can at least get 60. I have faith in you.
I can push some people out of the way. A lot of those people look.
Listen, you just
Yeah,
wait
those
for a
homeless people are in the
you wait
way.
to look for a little kid that's got a fistful of money. Just knock him over at the end and take it.
They shouldn't have been out anyway.
Yeah.
What time did the parade start? It was like 8 o'clock. You think?
Well, they definitely don't. I mean, they don't even. The public doesn't even want to be there. They say it's so dangerous. They're not like kids out there.
Yes,
There's got to be one stupid kid who snuck out though.
probably.
It's cheaper than saving up
Well, it is Gotham City, so they're
Listen,
probably
back
not
then,
gonna-
1989, you're not going to save up for a Super Nintendo. Come on.
I see. So Brian, where would you? What did I say? Who you want to drink with? Oh, burp that one up.
I think there's like I think the obvious choice is just to hang out with Vicky Vale. I think she would be number one.
Okay.
Nothing's ever going to happen, but
So
that's a
before she gets to Gotham, obviously you can try to nab her before because the factory with the bat.
yeah,
So,
well, first night she slept with Bruce, so there's a chance.
so you say there's a chance.
They're saying there's a chance.
All right, Kev. What do you think? Who are you going to be having a beer?
I mean,
with?
I went Bob. I think Bob's a good dude. He's a criminal, but he's loyal.
He
And
is.
I bet he's got good stories. He's seen some shit.
oh yeah,
I bet.
Now you might get in in a knife fight or something on the way out of the bar, but I think it's still a good time. I think Bob's a good dude.
Yeah, he can handle himself. Just not against Batman. He runs away because he knows
Well, that's because he's smart. He's like, fuck this, I'm out of here.
yeah,
I've seen what happens when this
he's a
fucking
good photographer.
He's listen. I saw what happens if I get messed up. The Joker was on our health care plan. Look at him fucking now. I'm not getting messed up by this.
Yeah, I'm
outta
going to go to that doctor.
Yeah.
He spent more money on the coat than he did actual getting new tools. Okay, and now. Where can we put the ancient boer in this movie?
Literally, any time Knox opens his mouth, that's what I had.
Yeah, I went with when Batman fails to save Jack Napier from falling into, he's trying to hold him, pull him up, and the next thing he just falls in and you hear the ancient boer.
Because then you gotta picture that, see her face and see Keaton's face, because his face is just like a little startled that he lets him go.
Well,
And then-
he couldn't grab him.
Yeah.
His gloves were slipping off, so he falls in. I don't know, Brian. What do you think you put your ancient boer in? Set us up.
That's a good one. I do want to say right when Eckhart gets killed.
Why are you booing it? That's the best
I
part.
know I do love it, but it just
It's, I don't know.
It's either that or when Joker says the pen is mightier than the sword. Boo! What a lame joke.
You can't put him in any scenes with a joke except for the
Yeah.
one, I think. I like that one.
maybe she's booing his dance moves.
He's in the art museum.
Or when he starts shouting that those are my balloons, and the next thing you know, it's just like it starts booing. So I can
He stole my balloons. Boo!
Yeah.
She's upset the balloons are gone.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Batman's a crook. Stole a man's balloons.
Okay. And now.
As soon as you said we're going to talk about the scene later, I knew what was going on.
Yeah. So you got my Tokyo Drift.
Yeah.
It's whatever. So
Well, yeah. I mean, that's
that, or when the plane is crashing
Yep,
at 5
that was my
miles.
other one.
When the plane is crashing at 5 miles an hour somehow.
What wasn't there a movie? What was the one with the guys like holding? He's going, "Ah!" and they crash into something like small like that.
I don't know.
Maybe it's a TV show. I was thinking that like that.
I thought you were gonna go. For some reason, I thought you were gonna bring up the Monty Python Holy Grail when the guy's running at the castle over and over again, but he never gets there.
No, I just remember with the fucking coconuts and the tennis. All right, so I got the Batmobile chasing from the museum. That's mine.
Yeah, literally the grappling hook.
Yeah, the grapple hook. There's your drift.
When I was watching the movie, I was like, that's going to be the obvious answer.
Yeah, it has to be. It's something that's going on there. All right, gentlemen. So, final thoughts on Batman. What we're gonna go with, Brian? Final thoughts.
Like I said, I do love this movie. Like I said, it just brings back to our childhood and stuff like that, and just a really really fun night, event that we went to. And you get some like a fantastic performance from Jack Nicholson, who becomes like the standard of like what a movie villain could be like in a comic book. Michael Keaton was really good as Batman. You get some super cool iconic quotes from this movie, and it was just really well done. And like we said, the movie, not the soundtrack, but the theme is like one of the best things that like lives on from this movie. Just iconic. The second you hear the beginning of it, you're like, Batman. That's it. So, I mean, it's a solid movie. I'll watch it when it's on. Some really good performances, and then some so-so, but good, solid movie.
I have to agree with that. So, Kev, what do you think? Your thoughts on this?
So again, I still like this movie. It's just that if this was on, I would watch it. But if you're asking me if I would watch a Batman movie, I would much rather watch any of the Nolan ones, the more recent.
Oh, I could agree
Robert
with that,
Pattinson.
but yeah.
But still great. Jack Nicholson's a great Joker. A lot of the lines, you remember from all the other films. And it's funny. When I first saw this film, I did not get to see it the first time. My dad took my brother, who's 2 years older than me, to see this. And I did not go because I believe I was like 8 or 9 probably. And they wanted to make sure because he knew it was going to be dark. And he was like, I'll take the older son.
Yeah.
And then we'll see if it's okay. And
Nope,
then he's
not
like,
our dad.
and then he's like, I'll take you to see it now. And it really pissed me off because I remember we've talked about the podcast before. My sister made me watch like every fucking Friday the 13th and Nightmare on Elm Street movie. Like, what do you mean I can't see Batman?
Yeah. Yeah, it's a way worse.
7, 6, and Dave was 4.
Yeah, no, I don't know. Anyway, before I cut off, I just have a question for Jay.
Go ahead.
I was wondering what would break first, your spirit or the Spanish announce table? All right, now okay, I'm done for the day.
I can't wait to put that in. All right, so I agree with Brian. Very nostalgic for us from what we saw with our father. A good bro early on bonding. And I as much I agree. I would rather watch the other ones. Nolan, I love the latest Batman. I watched that almost 10 times by now since I've seen it. I thoroughly enjoy it, but this is just as good. Like,
So
if
quick,
it's on
where's Keaton in your Batman / Bruce Wayne rankings?
I want to say he is the. It's tough to go in there because I think.
I legit think from the major films, I think he's honestly one of the worst Bruce Waynes.
No, I don't think he's one of the worst. I put him as number 3. Well, Bruce Wayne's, yes. If we're gonna go Bruce Wayne's, I'll put him as a Bruce Wayne character. No, because
He's 3 for me as Bruce Wayne.
Pattinson's probably the worst. Bruce Wayne. I think Pattinson's Batman is the best Batman.
Yeah, that's because I know you said that the last time.
I like.
I think he's down there on both.
And then I would say
I think Bale's better both as
Bale
Batman
is
as
both.
I think he's the best Bruce Wayne.
Yeah,
Bale.
best Bruce Wayne. The next Batman after that.
You're gonna say Val Kilmer,
Then I would
right?
say
No.
Oh, were you gonna say Clooney?
Clooney. I think Clooney was the best Bruce Wayne.
Yeah.
The script was terrible, but he fits the bill of Bruce Wayne. Like just
Yeah, the playboy, good-looking guy going around, stuff like that.
like
yeah.
I believe he's fucking getting any fucking chick out there. Like Vicky Vale, like yeah, not a problem.
Yeah,
Pulling anything.
Okay, so that's what. There's that Batmobile. Fucking love it. So yeah, nostalgic, love it. I'll watch it, but I do prefer the newer ones. This still holds special place in my heart. I would rather be watching this than the older Superman movies. This is just more enjoyable. Even with the, again, Jack Nicholson Joker makes this movie.
This and Superman 2.
Nah.
Yeah, I enjoy Superman,
up there.
but like I'd rather.
This is better, but yeah, Superman 2 is up
go
there.
with this. So, and that got for me. So that's it for this episode. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for joining us. We appreciate as much reviewing and drinking this movie. On that, our next episode, we have no idea what's going on. You know, we like to throw it out there and let you guys just guess. Check our social medias, and you will see what are the next episodes. And that's it, fans. We love you. You listen to us right now. You the best. Cheers.